Hi Internet, and welcome to another of Drawdog's Reviews. Today we're going to take a look at a Sabercraft The Order Custom Cerakote Saber. So this one is, I'll be honest, probably one of my favorite sabers that I own currently, simply for the style, the lightness, and the fact that it's kind of a throwback to the Old Republic, and I absolutely love the Star Wars Old Republic video game series and the MMO. So I really am really enjoying this saber. Picked this up at the Sabercraft showroom that we visited a while ago, and just getting a chance to put together a video today. But this saber is absolutely beautiful, and I love just all the quality. I've got my light on, just so we can pick up some of this detail. So start with the obvious. This is, again, it's kind of a standard SaberForge saber that they've done some customization on. I actually believe it's based on their Bastille, which I did another review of with you may remember, with one of my daughters. So it has that same kind of thin neck. It has the cutaway emitter. But what makes this different is obviously this custom paint job and weathering job, and you can see it has kind of a very classic old school Republic Phoenix emblem, and then some great I'm calling them gold, you could call them copper highlights. So, you know, starting at the bottom, great speaker, very loud, open speaker, slotted, and then a nice matching copper cover tech wheel with, you know, some nice detailing on it. I'll zoom in on this so you can see it. And then again, there's this great printing here and it's supposed to be like a stylized phoenix. Great weathering. You see it really pop on the copper here. Charging port, which was done through USB micro. You can also connect this. This has got I want to say, Sabercore 3.0 board. It is not their Hero class. I believe it's a veteran, so it holds three sabers, three sound fonts, but only one color. But the color is just amazing. And then again, the yellow, or sorry, the silver thin neck choke point, and then the emitter. Probably the funniest thing is while this is it can be a two-handed sword, it's very easy to accidentally grip it up here, where technically you'd be burning your hand off. So you want to kind of grip it down. So it's actually, I would say, meant for smaller hands, smaller than mine at least. You know, it's just a beautiful hilt. I'm gonna take a quick pause, turn off the extra light so we can see the blade, and then go through some of the blade options. Okay, so we're back. I've turned on the saber. You can see it actually has a orange light around the on button, the toggle switch, which is really cool. Really nice, bright orange. Again, I'm going to try to adjust down some of the light so you can see it. And again, as I mentioned, this has three sound fonts. So it has Dark Side Relic, Ominous, and Ruiner, which is kind of weird because in theory you think this is a light side saber, but I think that it matches the sound fonts really match the kind of aggressiveness of this saber. So Ominous. So there's Ominous, and it's really nice. You just cycle through the sounds with when you want, and then you do a long press and it comes on. I'm going to drop the lights a bit here so you can see it's a really nice deep yellow, and again, I find myself consistently surprised at how much I like the yellows, but on this saber especially, it just really works and it really pops. The Ominous is really nice. Let's see if I can move to a different sound font. So Ominous. That's still Ominous. It also has the energy Ominous vibration. So you obviously you can't feel it, but when it hums, you can really kind of feel it through the saber. Dark Side Relic. So there's Dark Side Relic. Really aggressive, and you can customize these this flickering, so you can kind of see it flicker a bit. So really a nice bassy swish. I really love the swish on this one. I think Dark Side Relic is a really good sound font for this one. I'll bring down the color again, so you can kind of see again. It's a nice bright yellow, but the flicker is slightly loud or more predominant on this. So we'll take that down.
Dark Side Relic.
That was Dark Side Relic, and then always takes a bit for the board to reset so that you move to the next one. So let me turn it off. There's your flash on flash sound, but it doesn't actually change the color on it all. Come on. There we go.
Dark Side Relic.
That was Dark Side Relic. Alright, and that's Ruiner.
Ominous.
Ominous.
Dark Side Relic.
That was Ruiner. And then, there we go. And then there's Ruiner. Again, much faster kind of flicker. Slightly more traditional swing. It does make a noise when it clashes, but it doesn't change the color at all, because there's only the one LED in here. And then bring it back down. There we go. Ruiner. But again, just a beautiful saber. You know, it holds really well. It's light. I've got a slightly longer blade. I am using a SaberForge blade in this one, but it does have a slightly longer blade. I think with a shorter blade, it would be really light and make a nice small secondary saber. But it looks great on the wall. Absolutely, again, one of my favorites. It'll eventually go to sleep, and we'll put this off so there's no need for a kill key. As I mentioned, we do charge it here. I have found, and this maybe is something I was doing, but you do need to use the SaberForge USB charging for this. I had connected it to one that I was using for my Electrum Sabercraft sabers, and found that it wasn't happy with it. It kept kind of restarting, and I'd hear it chime up every once in a while. So I swapped out for the SaberForge version, and it worked great. So again, you can the thing with these are it looks like you can only buy them off the Etsy store. So you have to go to Etsy.com and go to the SaberForge store, and you can order them there. I did get mine at the SaberForge showroom. It looks like they had a bunch. But you know, either way, I think those are good options. SaberForge does offer a bunch of different styles. They do some in certain superhero movie colors. They do some in some of the other Star Wars adjacent colors. On the SaberForge website is one they call Ace, which is inspired by Orange and White, which should be pretty obvious for any Star Wars fan. But yeah, they had some, it was, when I was picking these out, it was actually very difficult to pick this one because they had some really gorgeous models, and this might be one that I would go and collect one of each just because I think they're really stunning. So again, you know, as always, I always want your feedback. Let me know what you think of this type of saber. I think this is kind of unique for SaberForge to be doing these as more like pieces of art. In a way, I think these are all art, but this has specifically been, you know, has a printing on it. It's less of, I wouldn't duel with this ever. I think this is more for show. And I'd be curious to kind of get your take on what, you know, what do you think about this type of hilt, and you know, is it got a place for it? Do you have a place for it in your collection? Also, you know, what do you think about using a USB to charge as opposed to, I've seen a lot of these others are using this kind of standard DC cables to plug them in. And as always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. I hope that you're getting something out of them. I'm really enjoying doing them, and I will see you on the forums.